What's up everybody? Andy Lloyd here, Skigh Athletics, Skigh Daily Vlog. So today, I'm excited about this video. I'm going to talk about the do's and don'ts for landing when you jump, whether it's the dunk, whether it's a layup. I'll get into a little bit how you can avoid injuries over time and, instantaneous injuries. I'll get into a little bit of why some athletes might get injured more than others. And I'm going to throw in my very own clips of me landing from jumps. Let's get right into it. First one, a big do not, a big don't for landing. Here's a video real quick. Pay attention to the way that I land on one foot with all my weight on that one foot, leaning back, putting a lot of pressure on my joints instead of the muscles and absorbing the contact. That is a lot of instant pressure on one leg to be coming up from such a high level to just coming down on one leg, especially leaning back. So take another look. Okay, so that's a big don't. Now, there are a couple, do's and suggestions, personal suggestions. Anybody else who dunks, throw in your input down below, or even on my Instagram. I'm going to post a little clip. Suggestions. All right, so first suggestion, there's absolutely nothing wrong with falling. After a dunk, there's nothing, if you hang onto the rim and you're coming off and you might land on one leg or two legs or you're off balance or whatever, nothing wrong with getting your legs underneath you and somehow just turning and landing on your butt. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Here's a video of me doing it where I realized that my knees were way over my toes, which is not the athletic position that you want to end up in. So here's a quick video. Someone recorded it sideways, but I'll slow it down so you guys can see when I land, I actually just throw myself back to avoid injury. So here it is. All right, so that's one way. That is one way to avoid an injury when you're landing. Another one, getting your hands down and just, so this is a different situation. So if you're grabbing the rim and you pull yourself forward and you have momentum going forward and you can't get to your butt and you can't turn, there's nothing wrong with just getting your hands down and again, absorbing the contact, bending your knees. I'm going to show one video. It's happened to me a couple times when I throw myself forward or if I hang on the rim during a game and I just want to turn the opposite way and go to the other side of the floor. So here's an example of what I do to avoid my knees taking the entire blow of my momentum going forward. Okay, so that's the second suggestion. There's no particular order, no really preference for me. It's just a matter of what my body feels on the way coming down. I guess the number one thing that I do suggest, the last one, I'll throw this video in, is just almost giving a little hop afterwards, absorbing the contact, so bending your knees, absorbing the contact healthily when you come down from the jump, and then just giving a little hop. I do that all the time, even without the hop, landing on both legs, coming straight down, and just bending your knees, absorbing the contact. It's the best feeling from a dunk because you don't have to fall, you don't have to put your hands down or save yourself. So here's a video of me doing it fairly well right here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it's not in my workouts, it's not on the app that I'm on, the Hustle app that I'm on, but a big thing for jumping is the actual landing apart. There's a lot of explosive athletes. My favorite player in the NBA is Derrick Rose. If you go watch his highlights, and again, regardless of his injuries, I've been following him since he was in high school. If you go watch his highlights, every time that he comes down from a dunk, or not every time, most of the time, he lands with a lot of momentum going forward, and he always lands on one leg, and it's stiff, or the knee is over the toe. So I'll never forget when he was playing at the Garden, and he got a steal. I believe he got a steal, but he went the length of the court, fast break by himself, jumped off 2 feet with a left to right plant, and did a reverse pump. Now, when he landed, he didn't get hurt, but when he landed with all of his momentum going backwards on one leg. Extremely, extremely avoidable. He could have landed on 2 legs. He could have hung on the rim for a split second and come down on 2 legs. He could have just wiped out and fallen. Again, he's my favorite basketball player on the planet. Always will be. Regardless of the injuries, regardless of anything else, my favorite basketball player. But if you watch someone like Russell Westbrook, extremely explosive guard as well. When he goes up for a dunk, and again, it's not every single time because I've seen it in Russell Westbrook's highlights. It's not every single time, but when he comes down, he shuffles his feet. He'll straight up just wipe out, which is much better than just landing stiff-legged on one leg. So I would strongly suggest trying to avoid that kind of stuff, trying to avoid that one-leg landing. Again, go rewatch my videos if you want to throw on some highlights of Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose, go throw those on. Also, just want to throw this in, if you want to practice healthy landing, I suggest getting a couch, getting a chair, any kind of elevated surface, jumping off of it, and landing in an athletic position. It's, again, I said it earlier, it's not in my workouts or anything like that. Landing in a defensive position almost close to where I'm at right now, but a little bit higher off the ground, your butt a little higher off the ground. Doesn't have to be off of a 5-foot platform. It could be off of, a 1 to 3 to 4 foot picnic table, picnic bench. But I do suggest prepping those muscles, because if you have my program and you are seeing results, landing tends to be the thing that could get people, it could be the kryptonite to their whole jumping thing just because they never practice how to land properly. I suggest falling on your butt. On macadam, try to, again, I'm going to use the word healthy, try to healthily hang on the rim so you can come down, even if you got to climb down the net. There have been times when I first started jumping and I did not know how to land, but I still wanted to jump, I still wanted to dunk. I would climb down from the net, and it would be a lower fall. I mean, your hands start to hurt. This is a give and take game because I could still jump. Now, with the way that I land, with the form that I jump with, which will be another video, jumping form off 2 feet, with the way that I land now and the way that I jump, I can dunk outside for an hour, 2 hours, until one of my muscles cramps up or gives out. So that was just a little instructional / lesson kind of video that I wanted to throw out to you guys. Go check out my program. I like the feedback, and I like the interest coming in with the program at 75. So I'm going to leave it there for a little bit longer because I want you guys to see it, whether you're an AAU or anything and you're watching this video. I want you guys to go check it out. I'm going to switch on my website a little bit. Again, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like down below. A lot more instructional videos are going to come like this. Once my shoulder starts to come back and I can move a little bit, I will be throwing up videos of me on the court, and it'll be other stuff. It'll be defense. It'll be quick first step offense. All that kind of stuff you guys can expect here on the Skigh vlog. So again, thanks for watching. Skigh has no limits. I'll see you guys tomorrow.